welcome to Movie Reviews by South of Normal with your host, me, Michael Soren. Today we are talking about White Lotus Season 2. And I'll talk about Season 1 later. I watched them both, binged them both, catch up on this. But the premise of White Lotus Season 2 is we're no longer in Hawaii. We are in Sicily at the White Lotus Resort there. It's a national chain. It's an international chain. So they have White Lotus, White Loti everywhere. This one again, same concept. We start out with one of the guests, just minding their own business, doing their own thing. Except there's a dead body floating in the ocean, just like in season 1 where there was a dead body being loaded in a plane. We don't know who's dead. And that's what this season is about. We're going to embark and find out who died. Overall, the season was good. I enjoyed it. A little heavy-handed here and there. When they really don't want you to like someone, they really lay it on thick. And they really try to sway you into thinking this person's going to be the one to die a couple times. Especially with... what's his name there? Ethan in this season, I believe. Let's just make sure I have the right name. Yeah, Ethan, played by Will Sharp. Yeah, they really lay it on thick with him in the last few episodes. Maybe 2 episodes. Like this huge suicide angle they play way up. I go all in on that. You do spend a lot of time guessing, like, oh, it's going to be this person. Oh, it's obvious it's going to be this person. So that's cool how Mike White does that with this series. I have to say, as good as it is, as good of a series it was to watch and just kind of escape, there's a lot of redundant things that happen over and over again. If that makes sense. Maybe that's the point. Because the characters don't change. And when they do change, or if they do change, not when, it's so... just okay, whatever. Because there's no one really likable. Even the innocent ones are not likable. I guess in season 2 you can say Elby is the only one who has any likableness to him, but... even then, it's just he's kind of despicable. In certain ways. I guess despicable might be a harsh word, but that's the word I'm using. White Lotus Season 2, again, takes place in Sicily, follows the guests and the hotel employees. More so the guests this time than the hotel employees. Season 1 had the 2 employees, you kind of followed their stories. This one, you only had the 1. But yeah, it's good watch, excellent writing. Hard to gauge if it was for directing wise. Hard to gauge. I'd have to go back and rewatch it. This is one I have to watch twice to get a good feel on that. Just because I was so engrossed in the whodunit thing, the figuring out who's dead in the beginning, that I may have missed some cues. But every episode's an hour long, so you got 7 hours of show here. Over on HBO Max. Streaming on HBO Max. There is an ensemble story. It doesn't really feel like one. Because while they all have the one interconnected line of the prostitutes, they don't really have much else interconnecting them. They don't really interact with each other in the typical ensemble way. So I don't know if you consider this an ensemble. The casting. I liked most of the characters' performances. The dad there? Whoever played Dominic I was just like, you're just cast because you got that stereotypical Italian look to you. That's just my terrible take. In the end, the person who had done it, the people who had died, it was just like, it felt, well, just like their characters deserved it because of what was going on. The one character was just like, well, did you need to go out that way? Was yours justified enough, or should it have been someone else? Like it just didn't. I didn't like it. I didn't like who they picked out of the main grouping to be the one who bid it. I can understand it because it wasn't like, it was like the first season where it was accidental. Like, you knew they were going to, you didn't know how it was going to when the time came to it. And then it was an accident, a little mishap caused it. But overall, good season. Piggybacked off a good season for season 1. There's some storylines I don't understand the need for. But I guess it all is under the umbrella for season 2, so it's okay. Beautiful shots, beautiful scenery. Like the volcano erupting was just, it was pretty cool to see that. It was creepy, all the shots of the art they showed. I don't know the intent behind showing all these ancient old world paintings and sculptures every now and again. It was very creepy, some of the stuff they showed, in my mind. There's some weirdness to it that I don't understand the choices. Maybe on a second time around I'll be like, oh, okay, I get that now. I see what they were going for. But the first pass, I did not see what they were going for. You know, some strange writing choices. While I liked the writing, there was some strange choices. Like having the flip-flop with Ethan at the end, how he was all one, like he went from being like, you're overreacting, to, oh my god, I'm going to kill myself because I'm overreacting now. It was just straight, like how fast that happened. It just felt forced. Just like a couple other things felt forced. It wasn't the good little thing they did that was see don't tell moment was with the supposed pimp for one of the prostitutes kind of just being her friend and like playing a part. Like you didn't see that coming until like the very like last shot of the season. But then there's other parts where they do the whole tell don't see thing, where Tanya's telling Portia that her boyfriend, she caught him screwing his uncle. Like, they didn't show us that. She just claims she saw it. And maybe I missed it. It's possible I missed it. I don't know. But overall, it's not enough to be like, oh, this show is terribly written. It's not. The characters are all hashed out in their beliefs. I didn't care for Daphne there, her character. She just felt like throwaway. She was supposed to be the innocent, but she wasn't really innocent based on what she was talking, the way she was talking and acted. Just trying to make sure I said her name. Daphne. It was a stark difference between season 1 and 2 with the hotel manager, the resort manager. How the what's his name from the first one did everything, was up your ass all the time, just was like over the top. And in this one, the manager was like just polar opposite in how she handled things. She was more like, I'm the general, I'm standing back, I'm watching you guys, I'm not on the front line fighting this war, if I could use a war motif. But season 2, well worth a watch. Check it out on HBO Max, streaming now. Let me know what you think in the comments below. It was, I couldn't figure it out until the end. I tried my best. Same with season 1. I couldn't figure it out until like the very last second when it was quite obvious who was going to die. So it was worth that because it was a good little ride they take you on. Beautiful shots, beautiful locations. Just made me want to go to Italy real bad. So good work on the cinematography there. Yeah, some stuff I just didn't really. The stuff I have complaints about was like could have been cut from the series together and would have been just as good. Like the singer part, like did we really need that whole storyline for Mia to get the job as the singer? Did we need that? I don't know. That could have been thrown away, like, because it didn't really matter. It didn't matter in the grand scheme of things. Like, it was a cool little thing to watch and like filler fodder for your entertainment, but it wasn't much else there to hang your hat on. Be like, oh, that was great, that was perfect, I needed that. It was more like, okay, we gave you these 2 prostitutes. The other one's kind of involved in a more mean storyline. This one needs something. What are we going to do with her? Oh, we'll do this. Who cares? The only thing it really helped for was add some disbelief, misdirection rather, in who might be the one to bite it in the end. But White Lotus streaming on HBO Max. Check it out. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I enjoyed it. I'm recommending it. Don't let me dissuade you or persuade you to see it. Watch it on your own volition. Hopefully this helps you make a decision, but don't make it the sole decision, if that makes sense. I don't want to push you into seeing something. I don't want to dissuade you from seeing something. I'm just here to let you gather information. I want you to gather as much information as you need to be able to watch something. That's my goal. So check it out. Let me know what you think. Or don't, and let me know what you think. Either way, let me know what you think. Subscribe, follow along, hit the bell button so you know when I'm dropping more content. Because it's coming. It's coming. You guys are awesome. Peace.